Right, all. So today I took a little trip down to Birmingham, obviously the mega city of the West Midlands. It was alright, you know. The Grand Central reminded me of Final Fantasy VIII on PlayStation 2, as did the library. They're both very futuristic looking. The skyline on level 9 of a university, I think Birmingham's skyline is pretty horrendous. I noticed that family statue obviously doesn't include men. Obviously in the old world that built the original grand old architecture was masculinity was held in high regard, but obviously in today's pride world that's not the case anymore. And the old architecture around Birmingham is fantastic, to be fair. I mean, look at that. On the left hand side you can see all the modern stuff, on the right you can see the old stuff. The canals were interesting to walk around. You know, the Manchester pusher thing that was going on. I noticed Birmingham was mentioned in that because it's got twice as many canals. There's a lot of interesting stuff to do with the slave trade around Birmingham as well that really challenges the narrative. Like, I mean, that one there where, you know, it was abolished. And Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, obviously that was Birmingham. From Led Zeppelin were also, some of Led Zeppelin were from there as well. Aye, grand old architecture, town hall and all that. And coming up in a minute there'll be a couple of video clips that I took. Body cam footage I'll get round to doing another time. But yeah, I think I will need to do Birmingham one more time, but it's just getting too dark and the weather was pretty horrendous as well. So, but by and large, you know, I did a good trip today. And here's the videos. And not too sure where that is, but there's just like no identity in these buildings, is there really? Could be Hong Kong, could be New York, could be anywhere. You turn around, you've got all this nice old stuff here. Right, so thought this would make a good opportunity here. So talking about wardens, police patrols and so on, I've noticed the vast majority of them are Africans and Asians, and like I spoke about the 15-minute city thing, we're already sort of being conditioned ready for, if they're going to be like the UN army that's going to be enforcing it, we're already ready for that in some ways. Good opportunity here to talk about modern architecture. So right here you've got this lovely old building here, and you can sort of tell that would be British architecture, or I imagine, or at least European. But when you move over to here, you've got it's not bad graffiti, I guess, but it's not exactly awe-inspiring, is it? And then look at that behind it, the new stuff that's going up with no identity whatsoever. And Birmingham, like Manchester and Leeds and all the rest of it, is horrendous for it. You got a bank shut down there, central bank digital currency and all that. They're just hideous, aren't they? Big dystopian buildings with no identity or soul whatsoever. And that's a great example there, an old transport house. And then just to the right, well, it's just sandwiched in between all these modern ones. But yeah, that's it, it's just like no identity, all this glass, modernist stuff. Yeah, brief explanation really, it's all about destroying identity. I'm just wondering whether this something 19 place had anything to do with this place shutting down, but bloody hell. Bit of a mess, has to be said. Quite an interesting angle there. You got the snow, so like the last bit of winter, and then you got the flowers popping up for spring. What a good contrast. It's quite strange how these all cropped up across the country everywhere, but quite an interesting angle. You got that, and then just down here you've got something I'm seeing on the road more than ever in a minute. Got the campaign against suicide thing there. It's no wonder people are depressed living amongst this sort of stuff. Here we are, Gotham City. The brave new world of consumption. And just up in front of me, we've got the climate change zones that are coming in. Obviously this will be probably tied in with the 15-minute cities really. It's all about cleaning up the air. But that should show you the truth about climate change. It's all about taxing people extra, you know, got to pay to go to certain areas, restricting your movement and so on really. And these were taken at the top of level 9 of the University of Birmingham, the library of Birmingham, whatever it is, looking over towards them hills. Not too sure where they were, but yeah, you can see the skyline. It's that old building, town hall, just squashed in between all the rest of it. Nothing really impressive about that. I'm not being negative, it's very sad I think to see what a lot of these towns and cities have become. An observation as well, it's Birmingham now is nearly only half is white British, I believe, and it seems as soon as these areas like London and Birmingham become that way, these buildings really shoot up rapidly, because the population coming in now won't really care about this sort of stuff because it's a million times better than where they've come from. So yeah, it all ties in nicely together really, doesn't it?